start it up. Let's get this thing going.
Let's go.
Nuggets are rolling, baby. Rolling. What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Winners Lounge.
Let's go.
Denver Nuggets are them. Is that not right?
No, they're they.
They're they. Are they? They are them.
I think that in the parlance of our times, it is they. The Denver Nuggets are him.
I guess that's what it is. Nuggets pick up an easy win, 114-104. Man, that sounds way closer than what it actually was.
Yeah,
it was
for
not.
sure.
114-104, so unimpressive. Clippers scored like 30 points in garbage time to make this semi-respectable. Nuggets, I thought, looked very good against a very not good Clippers team that was missing Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. And there's no shortage of players to look good. We might have more kings of the game tonight. I don't know.
Let's go.
We're joined by this king over here, though, Harrison Wint.
Man, I think about what I'm thankful for this time of year. Mm-hmm. I'm thankful for you guys.
Yeah, okay.
I'm thankful for Nikola Jokic.
All right, now he's getting to the real
and
one.
I'm thankful for Aaron Gordon.
There it is. I knew it was the third one that really mattered there.
Rule 3.
Definitely. Over here in the gray sweater, it's D-line.
Man, nobody can just say something that's a fact and make it sound like an insult more than you, Adam. Let's go.
It was just a fact. Over there on the far end of the couch, the guy who gave us a lock that was not a lock, even though he's coming on the heels of Eric going 2 for 2 at Superstar Dev.
Talk about the other things that I gave out that hit. Like, you're bringing up things that don't sound too good. Also, it was a poppin' night at the bar today. A lot of diehards here
what a great
today.
night.
I really loved it.
We say this all the time, but here at the bar, you know, if you guys want to, come up and talk to us, come up and chat with us. So many people were in the mood to chat tonight.
It was great, dude.
It was
a great
lovely.
night.
Everyone was feeling very gregarious, very
season of giving.
outgoing,
Yeah.
very thankful, and we just sat there. It was great.
Yeah, we just sat there. Was that you want to go where everybody knows your name? That's this bar. Everyone knows our name.
I didn't know any of their names.
Well, we learned them, though. We did learn them.
It was great.
We are presented, as always, by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Use promo code DNVR whenever you guys sign up. Are you guys ready for a quick recap?
Let's do it.
Oh, let's make
Let's
it
race through it.
extremely quick.
We're going to race through it. Nuggets raced out to a 10-2 lead right out of the. You know the Nuggets have done this a lot this year. Have you noticed? The Nuggets,
Yes.
like the first 3 minutes of the game, the Nuggets have owned it a lot.
Yes, the Nuggets are incredible, and then the bench comes in, they blow it, and then
But
the stars come back.
But I'm
It
talking
was
about even that, I'm talking about the first 2 minutes, or the very beginning.
Yeah.
Like the Nuggets have gotten off to some great ones. The only reason this wasn't a 20-point game to start was because Marcus Morris was on fire. He had it going. It was a little numb. But guess who the first sub was tonight in tonight's game? Chucky. Vlatko Cancar comes in at the 6-minute mark. He was the first sub. And then AG just doing it. He was a beast tonight. He was doing a little bit of everything. 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. That was his first stint, guys. That was his stat line in the very first moments of the game. Absolute beast in the paint. And then you bring in Davon Reed, Christian Brown, Zeke Naji. So that was your rotation tonight. Those were the guys. And plus Ish Smith. 31-25 Nuggets at the end of one. And it felt more dominant than that. Yoke missed a few bunnies. Marcus Morris couldn't miss. Denver still up 6. Ish into the game, and he was balling.
Oh, my God.
One of the best plays of the night. Ish Smith, who did he block? Reggie Jackson? Who was it? Reggie Jackson or John Wall? One of those two guys?
Yeah, I think it's
don't
Reggie
remember
Jackson.
It was embarrassing.
I don't remember whoever it was. You don't see a jumper blocked that often by anyone, let alone a freaking 6-foot point guard, man, or 6'2" point guard. It was an incredible play. And then he got an oop on the other side
was
to Zeke Naji.
Normal Powell.
It was
Oh,
normal Powell?
It was on normal
He
Powell.
got it on normal Powell and then threw an oop on the other side, and it was awesome.
Dealing.
Second quarter, Jokic checks back in, and he was just being Jokic in that quarter. That was the quarter he decided, all right, I'll dominate.
I'm him.
I'm him. Nobody says
The most
it.
reticent. Oh, God.
And not just Jokic, the Murray Jokic two-man game, I thought had a nice little moment there in the second quarter where you kind of remembered. Here's my theory on this game, you guys. The second quarter, the Nuggets were like, oh, this is going to be real easy. Let's try some stuff. Let's get a little creative. Nuggets go into the half up 64-52. Again, 12-point lead, but it didn't feel like it was that close. Third quarter, 7-2 run for the Clippers, as we've known the team to do. They call a timeout, immediately blow the doors back open.
Of course.
Jamal Murray catches fire. He was brilliant in that second half in particular. And then Nuggets in the bonus with 6 minutes remaining. Jokic did a great job of drawing fouls tonight. The whole team did, but Jokic in particular getting to the line. And then there was an Aaron Gordon sequence with defense, a rebound, and an and one, all in one play. And you were just like, my God, this guy is on a special level tonight. Nuggets up 17. Jokic checks out. Clippers did cut the lead to 10, and this was a big, sneaky, big play. They missed a 3 at the buzzer of the third quarter. Would have been a swing, one of those ones. Like, if they hit that and cut it to 7, it would have been like, dang it, Nuggets, you played around too long. You should have been. But they missed it. Nuggets up 10, 87-77. And then you don't know, is it going to be a fourth quarter? Second unit blows it. Yoke has to come back in and try again. We'll find out. And that it felt like we were headed for that. Do you remember the play that flipped it?
The kick out to Vlatko Cancar where he
Well, it was before that. It was Vlatko Cancar. They had a dunk, a fast break layup. Vlatko sprints all the way back, blocks it.
Yeah.
And then it goes the other way. He gets a muscle layup. So he gets the block shot. Then he gets a muscle layup. And then the very next play, he gets a corner 3. So it was block, layup, 3, all in a row, flip the energy. And then to close the game, you put Aaron Gordon back in, and he just went like beast mode in that fourth quarter. Interesting note, they did switch tonight, experiment a little with Aaron Gordon running the 2-man game with Jamal Murray, running the pick and roll, rolling, using Jokic as a floor spacer. And I think they just loved Aaron Gordon's physical advantage, at the power forward spot there. And it was brilliant because he had like 4 putbacks.
Oh, he was great.
5 putbacks.
He dominated.
As a betting man, I hated it.
I know.
But it was wildly successful.
All you needed was to put Jokic in that spot. He would have easily collected stats. But instead, Jokic, being the great teammate that he is, he's like, Aaron Gordon, why don't you go off tonight? And go off he did. To the tune of 29.7 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, plus 13, 12 of 16 shooting, 2 of 4 from the three-point line. At one moment tonight, guys, he was shooting 40% from the three-point line, but he missed his last one, so now he's only at 39.5. All right, Dev, start us off. What's your big takeaway from the night?
You just talked about that experimentation. I think that Denver is really trying a lot of things right now, and they're working out. We just talked about how they did the 2-man with Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon, and that's just something that they're going to need down the stretch, especially in the playoffs where you know that the ball's going to Jokic every single time, but now they have a different wrinkle that they could pull out at any point. And how do you defend that or just prepare for that? Also, bringing Ish Smith back in the lineup, he brought a lot to that second unit, especially with Bones out. They're trying different lineups where now DeAndre Jordan is not playing, and it's been working out where the defense looks great. And also, there's no way you can forget about Vlatko Cancar finally being in the rotation and playing extremely well. So this was just a different type of Nuggets game, but the result that they wanted.
Yeah, man. This is like this feels like the type of game that we expected all year, where you just have a bunch of guys that are really good and theoretically interchangeable in a lot of ways. And there's just, every Nugget's good. They're all good. You can put any one of them in. There's no bad Nuggets. The only close to bad Nugget is Davon Reed, and he's like kind of good for a bad Nugget.
I mean, tonight was an easy game. Like, tonight was not a tough challenge. I'm not trying to say I disagree. I'm just saying tonight was not a great challenge. It was a good night to get everybody a little bit of reps, get everybody going. And,
dude,
there were some guys that really stood out.
Yeah, my main takeaway, though, honestly, is that Jamal Murray looked so much more
Use your word. Use your word. It was a great word.
Well, I was going to say he's getting back. Like he was put away for reconditioning. Yeah. So now he's been back, just like an iMac. He is refurbished. Jamal Murray has been refurbished. He's back up for sale. It's a lesser price, but it works just as good.
That last part sounded really weird to me. I didn't like how that one went. All right, so there you go, Jamal Murray. All right. What's your big takeaway?
I mean, we got to talk about Aaron Gordon. 29.7 rebounds. 12 of 16 from the field. He's shooting 59% from the field coming into tonight.
God, I love that.
That's going to go up even more. From 2-point range,
What is he, 59%?
Yeah, 59%.
Okay, wow.
Which is a career high by far.
Yeah, 52% last year was his career high.
Yeah.
59, 7% better if I did
He
the
was
math
12 of 16 tonight. He was 10 of 12 from 2-point range. Remember after Game 5 against the Warriors when he was like, I got to become a smarter basketball player. Yes. I'm playing with Nikola freaking Jokic.
I can't believe that worked. Can I just declare I'm going to be a smarter guy? Just like I'm going to work on it.
I got to give props to Aaron Gordon because this season it seems like he's just the game is so easy for him if he wants it to be, and he's just letting the game come to him so much more this year. I feel like he's getting so much around the rim, so much in the restricted area. The step back twos, they're still there from time to time, but I feel like he's cut down on those. I just feel like he's realized how easy the game can be for him in this Nuggets offense. And it's translated into the most efficient offensive season of his career so far.
Also living in a basketball court.
That might help.
Like
He's fully committed to the game.
He's a knockdown shooter. Aaron Gordon is a knockdown shooter.
At the moment, he really is. I mean,
know.
It's crazy to say, but the threes. Look, he's taken a couple of them that I haven't loved, but the most
There's
part,
still some of those there, yeah.
But for the most part, but the twos are the ones to me, and it's funny, man. Like if we look at Aaron Gordon's career arc, okay, I just want to run you through this. 45% his rookie year, 47% the next year, 45, 43, 45, 44, 47, no, 46, 44. That's his career in Orlando. And I think if you looked at that, you would say, that's just a guy. Those numbers aren't bad, but they're not good. They're just, whatever. He gets to Denver, immediately bumps up to 50%. So in the short, part, he was here for a quarter of the season or whatever, bumps up to 50%. Then last year goes to 52%, and this year 59%. One of the hardest things to do in the NBA as an analyst, and I imagine for a front office person, is look at guys and say, how much does their role affect and define what they are? And if we were to put them in a different role, would they shine? Aaron Gordon going from that, whatever it was, he was taking shots, and everybody in Orlando's like, you guys are going to grow tired of this guy. And he comes here and he just does his job. Just does his job. His shots are at the rim. They're dunks. They're muscle-ups. They're power throughs. They're all those things. And, of course, now he's one of the most efficient. And we call him a volume scorer. What's he averaging? Do you know what he's averaging this year? 15 points per game? 16 points per game.
Yep.
16 points. It might even go up actually to like 16 and a half after this one, not just this one alone. So, medium volume scorer, and he's one of the most efficient guys. I couldn't be more impressed with him, Dev. Did you have something you were going to add?
I mean, you just got to give him a lot of credit because from the second he got here, he's totally bought in. Even going back to when he got traded here. I mean, he bought in from
immediately
the first game he played in a Nuggets jersey. You just got to give him a lot of credit for it. And he's just like, he's not fighting it. He's just letting the game come to him. He's taking the easy baskets. The game can be so easy for Aaron Gordon. It can be so simple for him. And it really feels like right now, more than ever, he's just seeing that.
He's in the Jokic circle of trust, I feel.
Totally.
Like, he's like as firmly in there as anybody besides Jamal Murray.
He's also like playing the best version of that Jokic-Fareed matchup. Like those two kind of guys. Like a guy that plays at the rim that has a lot of like, that can play a bruising role inside, can rebound a lot, but also is just kind of there.
Yeah.
Fareed didn't have any outside shot, but like, Gordon somehow has that also. He's just like a better version of that, which was like a really great combination back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what Gordon looks like? It looks like he came off of a year where now he's not the second option and he understands it's a lot easier for me now.
Yeah.
I could, work and do my job. I could move without the ball. It just comes a lot, where the extra pass comes to him. He's aggressive on the boards. He had two of the same plays back to back. In that, and those are on missed shots. It wasn't like the play was ran for him. He went and got two missed layups and then just goes and puts it back. It's not like they're like just putting him in spots where he's just going to get the mismatch every time, although it is there a lot of those times. But he's just such a hard worker. And the thing that stands out is he truly wants to win.
Yeah.
Every single time he's competing, working extremely hard and just energetic, full of energy, strength, and just a lot smarter. We talked about him being in that circle of trust. Like, he was there the entire year last year where it was tough. Now it's not as tough because a lot of the attention is on other guys, and he understands this could be a lot easier for me. So what I'm saying is just a smarter player right now.
I'll bet he's averaging over 16 after tonight. Who's at 15.7, so it probably goes over, which means he's now averaging the second most points of his career. He had 1 year where he averaged 17.6. He's doing it, first of all, in 29 and a half minutes. And second of all, in only 10 shots. That's like way lower than anything he's taken for quite a while. So, he just seems very comfortable in this role, and he's dominating it. And the physicality, I've always said this, he's so athletic and so strong. And tonight, I think that's what Michael Malone saw was a size advantage. And he's like, you know what, let's just run him in pick and roll because he's either going to get the ball in the roll and he's going to muscle his way to the rim, or what ended up happening, he's just going to roll to the rim and grab the rebound. And he just kept
in every missed rebound from Cancar and Murray, which there were a confusingly large number of.
But it's fine. Like, you're in a good spot. I always say this. You're in a good spot when you get good looks and good offensive rebounding chances because, like, you set the table both ways. And that's what they were doing tonight with Aaron Gordon. I thought it was great. The other guy, if you guys want my Aaron Gordon's my big takeaway too, but you want the other one. Nuggets are 3-1 in their last 4. One game Vlatko Cancar did not play. Mysteriously just got a DNP, and the Nuggets blew it. A terrible game to, what was it, Detroit? I can't even remember. I already tried to delete that one. And all the other 3 games, Vlatko Cancar played huge roles, and was absolutely incredible. And that includes tonight, where Vlatko Cancar, off the bench, 25 minutes, gets 13. Actually, his stat line's not that great. 13 points, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block.
Well, he was a plus 10.
It was a plus 10 off the bench, which is, an outlier. If you look at the bench, everybody was in the negative tonight except for Vlatko. Goes 2 of 4 from the 3-point line, 4 of 9 from the field. I mean, it sounds like a hot take. I'm not ready to declare Vlatko Cancar as a surefire. He just deserves the role over Jeff and deserves the role over maybe this or that. But here's the thing that stands out to me tonight and why it's my biggest takeaway. He plays a lot like Jokic. When they play him as a backup center and Zeke gets to play his natural position, he's not big enough that you think of him as a center, but he kind of runs the offense. Like, he plays up top, he sets screens, and then he reads the court really, really well. I couldn't be more impressed with him. I know the numbers didn't pop off the way they have in the past, Eric, but I was no less impressed with him tonight.
Well, I mean, there's a documentary that you might want to check out. It's called 100 Invisible Threads. It talks about why people from that region of the world play basketball the way that they do.
Yeah.
Chalky
it's a good
is
watch.
a product of that, and it makes sense. Like, it just, they get it. Like, they understand. They're taught from a young age, like, how to play in a way that's apparently Aaron Gordon is learning right now, like to play smart.
Yeah.
And it's cool. It pays dividends. Like, it's hilarious. We were joking down there. It's hilarious to me that all of the most interesting Nuggets players are all stuck directly behind Jeff Green. Zeke, he's like the stopper. It's Zeke Naji, Vlatko Cancar. Like, it's just like Christian Brown sometimes. They're all stopped by Jeff Green. So I don't know. He doesn't play and then it's just Nuggets fan fiction. It's like awesome to see all of the players that, it's like anybody that's on the bench, you're like, oh God, if it could just play. But like, these dudes are good.
Yeah.
They're good, man. Like, the combination of Tim Connolly and Calvin Booth, those two front offices are like really put together legitimately all the Nuggets are good squad. They're all good, man.
All good.
Every goddamn Nugget is good.
So, Dev, but here's the question is like, Vlatko Cancar has played so well, about perfect these 3 games, but it is only 3 games. I don't know when Jeff's going to be back, but how do you handle it? Like, in your mind, are you like, well, we just have to ride this and see how it goes?
If I was a regular team, yes. I know how Malone works in these type of situations, so I don't think that it's there. I mean, like, even in this game, Vlatko got no rebounds, and he's out there for 25 minutes, and he's the backup center, essentially.
The thing is, though, I would want to look and see, like, rebounding didn't seem like an issue to me, because you're right,
for
he didn't
sure,
grab
for
him,
sure.
So maybe he was boxing out, other guys were grabbing him.
For sure. But also, I think you do have to ride the wave in a hot man. Like, they played well, even a bench unit, and that's without their best offensive guy and the guy they seem to go through on every single possession in Jeff Green. And they still had a guy that has had years of DNPs under his belt.
Years.
Be one of the top the top guys in the game, and it's just now starting to work. Like, I know opposing teams are like, who is this guy? As if he's a rookie. He's not a rookie.
That's exactly what
He's been
everybody's saying.
around for a while. But the thing is, he brings so much energy to the team. Everybody's so excited whenever he does anything, and it's refreshing. For the group, they cheer hardest, when he scores. Everybody loves when he's around, and he's even having small mistakes like that. It doesn't matter because it's just a guy that you root for every single time, and Jokic loves to play with him and be alongside him. So those are great minutes, especially right now when you're trying to find any type of psychological advantage. He brings that.
Yeah, I think you've got to ride it, and I wrote about this after that last game where Vlatko played a huge role against the Thunder and won. This is the time of the year to do this, man. See what Vlatko Cancar can do in the rotation for 5, 6, 7 games. They played Zeke Naji again tonight. I loved it. See what Zeke Naji can do for 5, 6, 7 games at backup center, backup power forward, whatever he's playing. You don't need to ride DeAndre Jordan and Jeff Green every single game right now. Those guys will be there. Those guys will be ready when you need them. But we're in November. See what this roster can do.
Yeah.
Vlatko Cancar, He's proved it in the past. He's proved it this week. He can play. He can play winning basketball. I think the bench is going to be better defensively if he's on that unit as well. Same with Zeke. So keep riding this, man. Keep giving these guys minutes. Keep letting Vlatko play. Keep letting Zeke play.
Man.
I love it. Like, let this go for another week or two.
This is like the big difference between the NBA and NFL football, for example. Like, it's so interesting, and it's like such a long form like process to watch these guys get better and better and better. And like Vlatko Cancar is so much better than he used to be. He's like legit. I mean, he's good now. He was always like, oh, this is cool.
He
like,
always did the right thing.
He was,
but
yeah.
now he's effective.
We described him as just like solid all the time. He was like somebody you'd bring in. He would make the right play, but now he's like making like dominating plays, and he's like forcing the action. And he's hitting shots, and he's confident. Exactly. We like when they would re-sign him. We're like, they just want Jokic to have a buddy. Yeah, like we're like that's hilarious. He's never getting off the team. You're right. Like
there were actually a small contingent of people that were furious that he was re-signed.
Well,
like,
I hope you feel terrible about yourselves.
In all seriousness, though, like I think that he might actually be good. Like
I don't think, dude, he's good.
No,
man.
no. What I mean is, I think he might actually be the best option for Denver. And I do think you owe it to players
Just
like
say
Jeff
it, dude.
Green enough to say like, oh, but I want to see more of it. It is weird. The next two opponents are Houston Rockets and Denver. Like he should look good in those games if he plays again. So part of me is
Oh
like,
my god,
Ride
you know what I
this
mean?
wave.
Like it
the
will be good.
Rockets games are going to be a mess.
Why?
Are you going to those games?
I hate the Rockets.
To
You know
heckle
this.
Jalen Green?
Yeah, I'll just be like, plus minus, plus minus.
Anyway,
Throwing out a baller.
Anyway, I'm just so impressed with Vlatko Cancar, and I don't think it's. I mean, 25 minutes tonight off the bench, by far the most of anyone.
He's the
off
sixth man
bench.
right now.
He's kind of the sixth man, and I'm very excited for guys like Michael Porter to get back, Bones Highland to get back.
dude.
Those
Think
two
about
in
this
particular,
team.
like Jeff Green, I don't know. We haven't heard a real update. Maybe he's out for a little bit. But those other two guys, I'm just curious to see, like, what is the bench? Who are the rest of the guys? We
Dude.
know it's Bruce Brown. We know that
Yo,
it's
I really hope it is Ish Smith and Bones Highland running. Like, I want Ish Smith with the
Okay.
ball in his hand. Bones Highland, yeah, Bruce Brown,
Bruce Brown.
Vlatko Cancar,
Okay.
and
We need a consolidation trade.
and
Najee?
Zeke, dude, I would take that. I would
this
love
point.
that.
To me, that actually, Dev, kind of sounds like my five as well.
I think that you have to put Jeff Green in just because he's
But
trusted.
he's not. But he's hurt.
you're saying if he's not there?
Yeah, I think he's the one that's.
Yeah, if
not
he's
like,
not there, then I like it. Especially on these type of matchups with not like traditional big centers that like eat you alive. I think you would have to play DeAndre Jordan's on certain teams, but that's exactly what he should be. He shouldn't be playing these 25 minutes and 15 minutes and things like that. You want to just put him in those, those matchups that you really need him. But if not, yeah, that's the lineup that I would like to see. And also, having the Bones Highland Ish Smith, it was just so fun in preseason.
was fun back in the
that you
day.
want to bring it back
Yeah.
and see if
Yeah.
they could like ride off of that. And it also is just fun. They're fast paced. They're scoring. They bring a different element.
If Jeff is back, who do you cut out there?
Zeke.
Zeke.
Zeke and Vlatko, and you could also just like
Wait, Zeke and Vlatko? So
everyone's stuck behind
I'm
Jeff
saying
Green.
that you could. Yeah,
Such a
that's
good
true.
point.
No, I'm saying you could. They're interchangeable. I feel like you could ride one wave, then ride the other wave, right? Like I just think it
All
goes
right.
back and forth.
Okay.
I feel more confident with Vlatko out there right now than
Dude, he
I do
looks
with Zeke.
incredible. Like,
He looks so good.
Yeah.
He looks so good.
looks
Like,
so
and it's
good.
not just like this doesn't feel like Linsanity. Vlad
not hitting followaways.
Vlad craziness. It's
He
like
would never take a
we
follow-away
tried,
jumper.
but-
Vlad, whatever. But the point is like, yeah, it's not just like, oh man, he's cooking. It's just like, yeah, he's
Solid
blocking.
plays, man.
He's
Rotating.
hitting shots.
His
He's
verticality was great.
He's actually missed like 4 layups
That's
at
true.
the
Tonight he
absolute
did.
dead.
Yeah, you're right.
He stole so many layups from Nikola Jokic. You know what? Screw you, Vlatko. I'm going for Zeke Najee, dude.
Real roller coaster there. All right. We have to still talk about Nikola Jokic as well. On the other side, Bruce Brown continues to roll. And Ish Smith, the return of Ish Smith. Let's take a break first, Harrison.
The return. Guys, when you need tickets for sporting events, maybe you're going to a Nuggets game, an Avs game, Broncos game, use the Game Time app. Use our link.
Oh, man. You're going to get
In
tickets on Game
the
Time for the Houston game
description.
for so cheap.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Make sure you buy the right Houston game, though. You know someone's
There are
going to
two
make
of them
that
coming up.
Someone's going to make that mistake. I got tickets to the game. It says Houston Rockets right here. Sure, that's Wednesday. Damn it.
God.
Game Time's got these great last-minute price drops. If you're a procrastinator,
you're gonna get it
you
for
don't
so
know
cheap.
if you're going to go to a game.
$1.
You can go for probably $1 to
I
this
don't know.
Rockets
Nuggets
game
are
coming
cooking,
up.
man, and people wanting to go.
Monday.
Listen, you can still get a great price. Don't get me
Yes.
wrong, but I don't know about these dollar prices.
We'll see. Use our link in the YouTube description. Use the link in the podcast description as well. Don't go messing around with all those other third-party sites. Use the Game Time app. Use our link to get tickets to sporting events, concert shows, whatever you guys need. Also at DraftKings, the NBA season, it's heating up. There are still so many unknowns. Who's going to win the NBA championship? Who's going to win MVP? When I'm looking to get in on the action, I bet with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. New customers right now can bet just $5 pregame money line on any NBA team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. Right now, everyone can earn up to a 100% boost with DraftKings stepped-up same-game parlays as well. That's for everybody, not just new customers. Make sure to download the app now. Sign up with code DNVR. Place a $5 pregame moneyline bet on any NBA team to win their game. Get $150 in free bets if they do. Nuggets are playing the Rockets. If you haven't signed up for DraftKings Sportsbook, place a $5 bet on the Nuggets money line against the Houston Rockets. Get $150 in free bets when the Nuggets win.
Bet
That's
on
code
Jalen Green to
DNVR.
shoot
Only at
16
DraftKings
65
Sportsbook.
times.
Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details.
All right, so Kel, did you see the stat I just sent you? Huh? I have it now. All right, there you go. Friend of the show, Jake Coyne, has an incredible stat. I don't even believe it. I assume he checked his sources, but it's so
Well,
unbelievable.
he put it out. Like,
I trust him.
Put it out on the internet.
Put it out like a week ago too.
We love,
when it was at 9.
yeah, we love sending out unverified information.
No, my guy Jake knows what he's talking about,
Okay,
man.
well,
He knows what
whatever.
he's talking about. He knows his stats. He says, Aaron Gordon continues his historic efficiency. What do you mean by it? Make it bigger, Kale. It's always so hard to read these little ones. He has now shot 60% or better from the field in 10 straight games, tied for the second longest streak by any player in the NBA over the last 40 seasons.
What?
He's when I say historic, I didn't think it's wild that we're like, he's been really good. It's like, he's actually been the most historic.
Yeah, we're like, has he been this 8th best Nugget?
Was he king of the game? Actually, by the way, we did forget king of the game as well, Cal.
yes.
He was the king of the game. He was also the king of the game.
He did,
29.7.
dude.
Now I feel really good about this call to make him king of the game, given his historic efficiency.
He's
That's
amazing.
a wild stat.
That is an incredible. So first off, it's a record for Nuggets for sure. You know,
Unless that
talking
one
about
guy
those
was
type
a
of things.
Nugget.
But then you just talk about like really historical for the whole NBA.
Yeah.
Jokic like his second season.
That's absolutely crazy.
Like I feel like Giannis has to have a record longer than that.
you know, whatever,
Shaq,
but-
like-
Yeah, just guys that dunk the ball. Wilt Chamberlain.
right.
Like,
Well, Aaron Gordon, he's dunking a lot this year.
that's true. It's a great point.
He is dunking a lot, although it has
They're
slowed
shooting
down a
a
little
lot,
bit.
dude.
You want to know something? It was actually, I'm annoyed by that because tonight, I don't know, I think he had like 1 or maybe 2 dunks, but he had a lot of like
Tip-ins, yeah.
power layups and tip-ins and stuff where you're like, ah, dang it. Remember you were like, count that as a dunk, even though it wasn't.
I know I wanted to. Well, I have betting ruined you as a person.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it, but it makes you focus on the minutia of the
Yeah,
game. And you're like,
totally.
oh, that's a goddamn assist. And then like there's actual basketball happening.
Nikola Jokic tonight, I love this game from him. 19 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, plus 19 because of course he was 7 of 13 shooting. But here's what I loved about it. You know, we woke up this morning and where was Jokic on the MVP ladder?
Number 3.
Number 3 on the MVP ladder. He gets to the halftime and he's like, oh crap, I'm dominating. 0 field goal attempts in the second half.
Checked his mentions.
He's like, oh, F this, man.
My
I'm trying
plan is
to
not
get it.
working.
What the hell? They put me 3rd? AG, run my job. Run my job. I'm going to go in the corner.
Yeah, but I still think that it's still a positive game for
course
him, and he
it
doesn't
was.
even realize it
Amazing.
because he's gonna have these type of games which are still good enough where other guys are gonna lose games and also they're gonna go through their bad spurts. This is a bad spurt, and it was because he refused to shoot the ball. He was just like, all right, you guys can do it. And they win by 20 points. Like, the wins are starting to come. Also, teammates are, finding their own, and he's okay with them finding their own. And then when he needs to take over in the game, he does. So just wild to see how good he truly is. And that's not, he doesn't even shoot the three anymore. He just refuses.
He really doesn't. I kind of like it.
Doesn't need to.
Do we know where Vlatko is on the Kia MVP ladder?
Is he in the conversation?
He's in the conversation. He's in the conversation.
He's at least in the
He's
conversation.
at least in the conversation.
I love when Yoke goes up against Zubats because you know those guys are boys.
Yeah.
From the
We
Balkans.
were talking about that. Like, Zubats always bites on Jokic's 3-point fakes, even though, like you're saying, like he hasn't shot a 3-pointer, I feel like, in 3 games. But we were just hypothesizing that it probably comes from like years and years and years of playing together, and like Jokic has probably shot 1,000 3-pointers on Zubats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jokic just puts 19 on him, like barely puts out any effort. Then probably just goes and like pays his whole tab at dinner afterward.
No, totally.
That's the type of guy he is.
Baruch on me, my guy.
Yeah. But Yoke was great tonight. I mean, he dominated the first 3 quarters and then let Aaron Gordon close things out. It felt like he was in control. He was good. I got no complaints about his night. I really don't.
I thought his defense was better tonight, too. I mean, Denver's defense, it's, again, disguised by the fact that they got murdered at the very end. Like, this was a munder. The munder was a lock.
This was a step in the right direction defensively.
This turned into a laugher. It's just it like got a little real at the end. But we were still laughing.
But I thought Jokic's defense in particular was better tonight, Dev. What did you think?
Of course. First off, they held a team to so low in the game. They really need those type of bounce back spots. But also, like, he's giving protection to the rim. Also, the point of attack defense is a lot better, where he's not having to step over and be in the help side the entire time, which is great. Guys are not going off. Guys are not getting points in the bat, like around the rim. So like you're having to think twice and not a lot of isolation baskets. So I like the effort and just making sure that he's grabbing every single rebound and just getting going with it. But the effort is for sure there.
Tonight, the Nuggets had 6 turnovers. That's really, really good.
They turned the ball over themselves 6 times? Oh, yeah.
I mean, but that's really good. Usually, like, they talk
really
about,
good.
like, 13, 14 is the cutoff, where if you go above that, usually it's a bad night. Below that, you're probably going to win. They had 6.
They were in, I mean, this was like a really casually dominant game by the Nuggets. They just they looked like, we were saying, like, they just had a bunch of pieces that all make sense and play together. Nobody was like at all like playing outside of themselves. No one was pressing, like taking shots that you were like, come on, man, what are you doing? Which we got the last couple games. Like Jamal Murray looked like very confident. He was also like playing, like we just said, within himself. Even though he was dominant in a lot of ways offensively, he still wasn't like forcing shots like he had been the few games leading up. I mean, just everything just kind of worked for the Nuggets. Like they weren't making ridiculous passes or trying goofy things. Like they were just playing sound basketball and they just clobbered.
Yeah, they should have blown the Clippers out tonight.
Yeah, they did. They did. Spiritually, in hyper-correct terms,
they won how they were supposed to tonight, and I feel like that hasn't happened a ton this season.
Well, it's funny. They win a laugher when the Clippers shot 50% from the three-point line and 54% from the field. So it was like they shot really, really hot, and Denver still,
Yeah, at the end, remember the Clippers hit like 5 3-pointers in a row to cut it to 15 or whatever.
Yeah, Robert Covington decided to check in.
This is a really nice bounce back game for Jamal Murray. I was mad the last time we saw him on the court. But
he owed it. He owed this to us. We were mad.
I haven't been mad at a post game for a long time. I was mad on that one, but tonight he was a plus 22, even better than Jokic. He had 21 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 steal. Goes 3 of 9 from the 3-point line, 9 of 21. So the efficiency wasn't quite there, but again, a lot of those misses were just like put it on the rim. Look, AG put it right back.
Yeah.
All right, start us off, D-line.
Start us off.
Jamal Murray.
Oh, I feel like I just talked about it for 10 minutes.
Hop in the chat every time there's a second to they're just like,
Nuggets,
Jamal?
Clippers,
Is it
Joker.
You know who likes that? The
chat.
audience.
The chat.
The people watch.
Yeah,
I know you're into hearing you talk. I'm here for these people.
Yeah. Oh my God. What a martyr.
Well, I didn't know what you were going for. I feel like I was
Only
just.
he can totally flip
I feel like
that
I've delivered
around.
now.
On the chat right now. Or?
I feel like I've delivered no less than 2 Jamal Murray soliloquies on the show already.
Today.
Yeah, I started off. That was
You
my big
delivered like
takeaway.
5 during the game downstairs.
Dev, what do you think of Jamal Murray tonight?
Jamal Murray is he's he's not all the way back, but he's
refurbished.
This is the closest we see to him getting back, and it's great to see, like, in a game that he took 21 shots in, everything wasn't forced. Like, he just was in a rhythm, a couple of heat check shots, but you expect that. But he's moving a lot better, competing a lot better, where the effort was there. Because there was, that last game he really wasn't, or maybe it was 2 games ago where the effort wasn't there, and that, like, is what was different. There's also times that he's still over-dribbling. And I just think that that's just going to come with time. But he looks good right now, and is close to himself.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that is currently stuck in Adam Mares' craw is how slowly he brings the ball up. He didn't bring it up tonight slowly, do you think?
I mean, there were still... It wasn't a thing tonight.
Yeah. I liked the energy we got from him. Just sort of like
he had good energy tonight.
In everything,
the energy was so different from that Detroit game.
Exactly. It was
in
like,
the Detroit game, he was coming off of COVID also.
Yeah, but even the game before that he went out, like he had energy, but it was like misplaced. He was doing too much. He was, like before he went out with COVID, like he was that game that he kind of lost. Almost single-handedly for the Nuggets going down the stretch because he was just like making bad choices. Granted, they didn't have Jokic. Point being, like Jamal, just like I felt like tonight's game just really put and shine a light on a lot of players like playing in their right place,
right?
Not having to stretch, not having to fill in roles that are like not necessarily comfortable for them, which they're able to do. But like if they just the harmony and the cohesion of the way the Nuggets played tonight, it like gives you so much confidence moving forward that like not like we don't have to have everybody like go off and have their best game. Like we can just have like a bunch of guys just like play solidly and you just clobber a team.
Yeah. I just felt like he played in control tonight.
Yeah, he was in control.
9 assists, 1 turnover. I think that turnover was pretty late in the fourth, like right before he subbed out. Because I tweeted at one point he had 7 assists and 0 turnovers in the third quarter. So I think that was in the fourth. I think he's coming. He's rounding into form. I think now that he's over the COVID, obviously, he's got a couple games under his belt. Now he can get back to that ramp up that he was on a couple weeks ago. I do find this stat interesting, though. Do you know who has the highest usage rate on the Nuggets?
Bones Highland.
Do you know who has the second highest usage rate?
Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray. He's got a higher usage than Nikola Jokic.
Because Jokic's not shooting right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just setting the table.
I just think that's interesting. But I think this was a great game from Jamal.
It really was. Bruce Brown continues to be good. I didn't even think Bruce Brown was necessarily noteworthy tonight, other than he was just great. He had 8 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. He was plus 12, but I didn't really have any Bruce Brown notes. The only guy I had another note for was Ish Smith, who played tonight. I mean, he was cleared to play, and again, we mentioned the block shot. He just was quick. He moved the ball. He got it where it was supposed to be. It is noteworthy to me that he played 12 minutes and was a -9 because it didn't matter. I thought he had a good game, but they still lost those minutes, and it wasn't that many minutes. But it was good to see him out there. And to your point, like, it's funny because we're all hyped about this game. If we look at it, it's actually this. Jamal plus 22, Jokic plus 19. The starters won. The bench lost their minutes. And they just didn't. The starters won by so much that the bench losing their minutes didn't matter, including Ish Smith. Nonetheless, it didn't feel like that was the story of the game, and it felt like Ish Smith made a positive impact.
Yeah, the one Bruce Brown highlight of the game was the Ish Smith blocking in a throw-up alley-oop that Bruce Brown just shows off his athleticism.
That was him?
I'm like, wow, yes. Like, it was insane
Bruce Brown
how he went and got that. He just threw it up to another guy.
No, it was Bruce Brown.
No, that was Bruce Brown. That was insane. That play was crazy. But you really don't. First off, Ish Smith hasn't played in so long that he just comes in and just fits right in, like, with the guys. He's not, like, having to guess what's happening. Also, having to be in a point guard, you have the ball in your hands, so you're, like, having to set the table, and I just feel like he does that every single time. Yeah, they lost those minutes, but I think a lot of it came with, like, the Robert Covington, like, back-to-back threes and things
garbage
like that.
time.
Like, yeah, super garbage time. Like, I don't look at that game and say that
get the
he
clear
had
the
a
glass
bad game.
plus minus numbers for that.
Yeah, like, so I don't think that he was bad, but also he's another guy that I feel like brings energy and everybody like roots for him. Every single time he does something positive, everybody, like the roof goes off, like the whole bench is just on their feet and just going crazy. And that's just what you need from your vet to push everybody and get them going. And I felt like he did that.
Yeah, dude. I just can't understand Ish Smith. Like, he's so dope every time he plays. He's been on every team in the NBA. If you watch games that are from opposing broadcast teams, they're like, oh man, that Ish Smith has really cooked the Clippers back in the day, or whatever. Like every story is like, oh man, Ish has really cooked us 1 or 2 times. And I don't know, like, he just comes in, he just, like, it feels good. Like, it feels like the bench is being run by an adult, and like there's, like at least like moderately good decisions are going to be made, and like things are going to be, like moving the right direction. It's just that vet presence. It means so much. And Ish Smith is like really good. Like, how did we? Sometimes I'm like, oh man, we lost that trade. Now I'm like, man, we crushed that trade. We won the trade.
Haley has a good one in the comments that she said that there should be like a vibes chart.
Oh, dude,
like,
Ish Smith high
a vibes plus minus.
Dude,
he would be.
Let's do the
she
vibes
said that
plus
he would be
minus.
super high.
Who's
on
leading
that.
the vibes plus? Who's number 1 in vibes plus minus?
AG,
Vlatko?
Tonight?
Vlatko
Vlatko.
Tonight, I'm saying in the season.
for the season.
Oh, in the season.
AG. I think AG is topping out.
It's always Bones. It's always going to be Bones.
But he's missed so many games.
I know.
Yeah, but when he plays,
I thought it might be Bruce Brown has been like he's the guy that just
Maybe
seems to be
Bruce.
like all over the place. But AG, Vlatko,
AG's vibe has been
Bruce,
great all year.
A lot of plus minus there. Who's a negative plus minus 5? Is this bad?
Davon Reed.
Yeah, so it might just be me.
No,
My
it's not just
vibes.
you. Well,
My vibes really take a hit.
I mean, that truthfully, like every other Nugget, you're like, hell yeah, like I'm into that guy.
Jokic's vibes, remember at the start of the season, very low. Looked like he was
lowest.
so sad.
I
We're
love the beginning of every Jokic
We just have to
season
go
where we have to be
through it,
like,
you know? We have to talk about it.
we have to be like, what's wrong?
yeah, we have to
then we're like,
psychoanalyze
right.
him.
Oh, you're still a monster. You're still the best.
Why isn't he shooting?
All right, let's take a break. On the other side, we'll take some super chats. We might go around the association, but more importantly, I want to look at this. I told you this was like closing the door, closing the chapter. A chapter just got finished. A new one begins on Monday, and I think it could be a very positive one. We'll take a look ahead about what's coming up for the Nuggets.
Breckenridge Brewery is the official beer of DNVR. Make sure to pick up some Broncos Country Ale this week. Broncos season is still going. We still got to drink those Broncos Country Ales. We still got to pound them. We still got to drink them.
oh, if you're gonna watch the Bronco game, you better get some beverages.
You better. Go to breckbrew.com. Go to the Breck Brew beer locator if you're trying to find a Broncos Country Pale Ale near you. If you're local, stop into the DNVR bar. We got tons of different Breck brews on tap. Breckenridge Brewery is the official beer of DNVR. Make sure to pick up some of that Broncos Country Pale Ale. Also got to throw out a DraftKings pick of the week, guys. DraftKings pick of the
No,
week.
make it up on the spot.
Let's see. Let's look at the slate tomorrow night. Mavs, Raptors, Lakers, Spurs, Thunder, Rockets.
Amateurs, man.
So I'm going to take the Spurs
Yeah.
over the Lakers because I was
Real
watching
good.
SportsCenter here in the background. Looks like Anthony Davis got hurt again tonight.
Oh, no way.
So I will take the Spurs plus 140 over the Lakers. DraftKings pick of the week.
That's the worst draft. Not only did he just make this up at the top, he just picked a team that is trying hard. If anybody has watched the Spurs, they are trying not to
They
win.
have a defense about as good as the Nuggets.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's not exactly encouraging. By the way, Anthony Davis is back to his old self. Haven't you heard?
He got hurt tonight.
Well,
That's he's back to
Yeah,
his
yeah,
old
yeah.
He's
Sounds
really
like-
back to his
Well,
old
yeah, that's a
self.
classic.
classic throwback.
Vintage.
Vintage. I'm looking, by the way, at some of these stats here because they got updated now. AG is up to 16.6 points per game, shooting 60.5% from the field,
Dude.
39% from three-point line.
What are the
What
vibes?
did you say? 59% from the field, you thought?
That was coming into tonight.
So he's at 60%.
Yeah.
He's at 60, 40, 60.
64.
60, 40, 60.
He's the most efficient shooter in the history of the NBA. I think we all saw that coming.
And then his 60% free throw shooter is just hilarious. It's like, oh, is he 50, 40, 90? He's 50, 40, 50.
I'm telling you that no one is topping out the vibes meter more than AG. these days.
AG's vibes are really high, man.
They're so vibey.
I love AG, man.
So
I
me
can't
too.
believe it.
He's when he plays the position he's supposed to, he's the dopest.
That's a
really
good
don't.
point. He did play the 3 the entire year, pretty much last
Dude, he's
year.
been miscast the entire time because Jamal and MPJ were out, and MPJ had to step up.
You guys, tonight you
AG
get to
had to
look.
step up.
How would this game have changed with MPJ? The Nuggets roll the exact same way. They roll in a different way. Do they win 125?
I think they
to
still
115?
roll. Yeah, maybe they score
easily
more.
roll. It probably would have been similar. Like, probably. I mean, there weren't a bunch. I don't know. He would have definitely gotten some open three opportunities.
I don't
whether
think
or not
they
he was
roll in
knocking
the
them
same
down.
way.
Vlatko Cancar might not have played 25
Yeah, it takes away
minutes.
from the other things, and also it's another guy that they try to work in. Like when there's extra variables for whatever reason, it just adds more to it. But I do like that they're just like finding, their own every single time, no matter who's out there.
The Nuggets now net rating with the regular starters with Michael Porter plus 17.4 in 170 minutes. 90 minutes with the one they had tonight with Bruce Brown plus 15. So it really is pick your poison. Both lineups just absolutely crushed so far this season, which is really, really dope. Kale, do we have any super chats?
6 of them.
6 of them for the fella on a Black Friday. We got 6 of them. What do we got? Somebody read with better eyesight.
Are we giving discounts on these super chats?
Who's reading these?
AG just keeps getting better, and a welcome back to Ish. The bench keeps looking better and better. Watched the documentary after dinner last night and loved it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
More than lived up to the hype.
Man, it means so much. You
Thank
guys obviously can tell how much this means to us, and to me in particular, really, really means a lot. So I appreciate you guys checking it out. And if
Yeah.
you do, leave a little review.
I mean, what the hell? It's free. I mean, what are you
It's
doing?
free. Yeah,
You have
it's
an
free.
hour to.
It's
you
57 minutes. You
you
get
just
3.
watch. Yeah, you just watch us for an hour, and we made this in real time.
Right. You
much
watch
time
us
pa-
enough during your daily routine.
This is what do people talk about, like a long movie or something? Like, man, Avatar 3 hours. I guess I'll just go home and binge watch Andor 5 episodes.
Or I'll just watch
something.
TikTok.
I'll just
brain
watch
won't
like
stop.
the
for
reruns
3
of Friends for like a millionth time.
Yeah,
That's,
dude.
that's a tough one. That's a
Definitely,
really
definitely
tough
worth your
scene.
time. All right, happy Thanksgiving! So thankful for you guys and this
Man.
amazing community you've all built. In Jokic, we trust. All the Nuggets are good.
Let's go.
What an incredible
Let's
super
great
chat!
go.
Just hit all of the
All the
all
great
of
job
the
all
bases.
around. All the bases, man. We're thankful for you, just like you're thankful for
Absolutely.
us. I promise you.
I think AG is one of the best 3 Nuggets. Also, thinking of him as a defensive guy might be wrong. Back-to-back 30 pointers.
AG is maybe more impactful offensively than he is defensively.
Right now,
I think this year,
especially right now.
definitely.
He's a knockdown shooter.
He's a knockdown shooter. He's also a beast.
when I was talking about how the game can be so easy for him earlier, he's like, wow, the offensive end of the floor can be so easy for me. This is awesome.
Yeah. What else
Let's
we
see what
got?
else here. Jeremy J. Rock says, vote vibes chart, WC Nuggets loaded. What does it say?
Tater.
So it's like the vibes chart we was just talking about that Haley threw out.
Yeah.
He said that
Tater.
it should be the votes vibes chart.
Yeah.
Is what it should be. Also, he came here today, right? We seen him.
Who?
I don't
Vote?
think so.
I believe we seen Jeremy today.
Were you
We
Were
did?
you here tonight? Was that you I was talking to at the bar? Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll find out.
I have the best idea ever. Tell Bones to challenge Murray to a long-range three-point contest. If Murray extends his range, he'd be an elite shooter, best point guard, or best post game as a point guard, and Curry range. Ready?
Yo, break. You know what's? I mean, I love it. I'll tell you what though.
I don't wanna see it.
Jamal Murray in the post. I'm telling you, man.
It's good.
Kobe-esque. His footwork is just so beautiful.
That
man.
up and under he had tonight.
The thing I loved about
Oh.
it, we forgot. We got to break it down. The thing I loved, because I love post footwork. The thing I loved about it is he's banging. I don't remember who it was, and whoever it was leaning so hard, and you could tell. I'm telling you, you just tell this. Where Jamal's like, oh. All right, I got it. I'm gonna
Zip.
Yeah.
It
He's like,
spins on him like
I
I'm
got
gonna-
him.
Yeah, he's like the guy's like, oh, I'm not giving an inch. He's like, oh, okay, then I'm just
gonna take it all.
Boom!
Yeah.
Yeah, he spins on him
He's
so
like, you can
hard.
keep your
gets
inch,
the
dude.
layup, and it was like, dude, his footwork is.
Keep your inch.
It's beautiful.
Gordon, our guy
Hey,
Gordon is
Canadian!
back.
Back, baby.
Poor Clippers. They're like snacks for the Nuggets anymore.
That's so true. Nuggets, yeah, kind of have.
Remember
Own
when
them,
the
man.
Clippers were just supposed to like run away with the West?
They
and
can't ever. I mean, they're
not lose a
they
game
are,
in the playoffs on the way to the
You
championship.
want to talk about a team that's now in perpetual purgatory? Kawhi Leonard, that guy is nonstop hurt.
You know what? I was gonna work this in. It's like the video I showed you earlier. What's it called? Dream Core Backroom These like weird, like
Oh.
it's like Meow Wolf.
Yeah, Meow
But they're
Wolf.
like soulless, like facade, like what you would see in a dream, but they're like empty and hollow.
Yeah.
That's the Clippers.
The Clippers
They
are
just like
a
exist as an
bizarre.
empty, abandoned mall.
Yeah, the Clippers are like a bizarre, atmospheric,
Right?
It's so good.
existential art program or art installation on TikTok.
Yeah, very, very, very hollow. Those Clippers.
They're like that strip mall that just has like a loan place, a tanning salon,
And the most popular
get
strip
your
club in
nails
Atlanta.
done, and like a liquor store.
Ricky says, "Great job on 100 Invisible Threads.
Hell yeah.
It is a 100 visible. So if you want to compliment, please get the title right.
It doesn't matter.
It was beautifully done, and I was able to learn more about Nikola, Serbia, and basketball history. Let's go,
Let's go.
Nuggets!
Let's
Hold
go.
on, there's
Thank
one
you.
more super chat. It's probably our most important super chat.
Wait, did somebody say something nice about Dev?
Of course. I loved it.
I bought Vlatko stock 4 years ago, paying off dividends. All Nuggets are good. Shout out, Dev. That's
My boy, there it goes. Let's
all
go.
Is
Let's
that Bill
go,
Simmons?
man. This is the one that got me going, man. It's the stock that like I love. This
all
the
they have to do
stock.
is mention you. That's not even a
it wasn't
compliment.
even like that. It's just
They're
a
like
shout
just
out.
acknowledge
Did y'all
you
get
here on the
shouted
show.
out?
No. We didn't. That's
So
actually a
all
pretty
I'm
good
saying.
point.
That's
What the hell?
That's the best super chat I've got all day. I'm
Am I
thankful for that.
jealous that everybody loves Dev?
Thankful.
A little bit. A little bit.
I'm not jealous. I just a little confused.
We're very confused. Dev, since you really got your energy picked up, will you walk us around the association?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know actually. My MBA is not working.
Well, hold on. Let's shout out our guy Sam right now. Do you want to do
Oh,
Yeah.
So
then one of you guys
our
pull
guy
up.
Sam Johnson,
You wanna go around the
Aussie,
association?
lives in Perth, and he is organizing
Perth is on, you know where it is? It's on the west side.
the west side of Oz. He's putting together a watch party for the Nuggets on Saturday, December 17th,
You know what we should
11
do?
a.m. at the Lakers at the
What bar?
the venue is called the Varsity Bar Fremantle. We'll put all of the information.
We'll put it together. We'll put a little graphic or something
but
together.
yeah,
to
but
people.
and we'll let you
When
know
is the
like
Lakers game?
it is on December 17th at 11 a.m. Australian time. I don't know what time.
You know what we should do? We should make December 17th our like international, our global watch party day. Who wants to throw a watch party in your hometown? I know people in Portland, they say this.
Oh,
maybe
that'd be
people.
sick. Yeah.
So maybe if you have anywhere in the world, you're like, you know what? I want to throw
Serbia
one. You could be
could
in
probably
Serbia,
get
you
a
could be in
couple going.
Japan.
Yeah,
you want
that's
to throw a
dope.
watch party? Let us know.
France.
Put it together. Send us the details. We'll promote it and we'll
Yeah,
bring
yeah.
everybody together.
Yeah.
Perth is
starting with Perth.
Yeah,
Perth is
Perth.
a team that almost beat the Nuggets a couple years.
Yeah, Bryce Cotton. Shout out.
But yeah, we'll put all the details in so you can make sure if you're down there you can join. Yeah, man, like this should truly bring people together all over the world. The Nuggets are a joyful way to spend your time, and the people who like the Nuggets are better than other people.
Awesome. Let's go around the association.
Oh, A
Let's
the
do
A,
it.
dude, A the A.
Around the association.
There we
ATA.
go.
So the Minnesota Timberwolves got a win over Charlotte. In the game, Rudy Gobert has 17.
No, wait. What?
They lost, Dev.
What?
We're looking around the association.
Let's try this
Yeah.
again.
Let's redo that one.
Wow.
Charlotte got the win over Minnesota. Let's go.
If
They could've lost.
if the previous super chatter wants to rescind their shout out,
No.
to
They
Dev,
already
Yeah.
shouted me out. You don't take those type of things back, man. I don't know where you're from. 17 points, 17 rebounds from Rudy Gobert. He was all that they had. Kelly Oubre had 28 points in that game, and they got another win without the ball brother.
Wow.
Trade candidate Kelly Oubre.
Carl Anthony Towns 1 for 11 from 3. Getting him up.
Greatest
Not
shooter of all
knocking him
time
down.
for a big man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they did say that, huh?
He
Guys are
said-
crazy. The
he
Sixers
did.
got a win over the Orlando Magic. Without
wild.
Joel Embiid, Shake Milton had a monster game. 24 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds in the game. That's monstrous.
Are the 76ers now 2-1 without
I think
Embiid
it's like
or
higher
Harden?
than that now. Like,
I think it's 2-1 without it. Because without Harden, they had won some, but
Oh,
they had
yeah.
Embiid. But they have no Harden. Is Maxey out? He's still out?
Yeah.
My God, how'd that? Oh, it's because it was Orlando. They're trying to lose.
yep,
You know what's
so-
yeah, but
Wait,
Bol Bol went
how-
off.
wait,
Bol
what
Bol
happened?
went off.
Oh, it's Orlando.
18-8-2 with 4 block shots.
RJ Hampton, 4 of 11.
That's that good or that's just non-remarkable.
Yeah, you just said that out loud.
Yeah.
Portland gets a win over the Knicks.
This one's wild.
High-scoring game, 132 to 129. In this game, Jeremy Grant had 44 points. That wasn't the wild part. Adam, what was the wild part in this game?
28 free throw attempts? What the hell? How did he get 28 free throw? Yoke's never had 28 free throw
That really
attempts.
means that
He doesn't have that much cumulatively over his whole career, dude.
this was a very awkward game. Not only was there the 28 free throw attempts from him, Josh Hart had 19 rebounds
These
in the game.
stats are so dumb.
Anthony
What?
Simons
What
had
just happened
38
there?
points in a
Look at
game
these
that a
stats.
teammate had 44. Like this game was crazy actually. For only the starters got into double figures. Pretty wild.
Well, yeah,
On
Portland's
the
game
other end, Jalen Brunson had 32 points to lead the Knicks in their loss. Boston versus Sacramento. I thought this was going to be like a super, super high scoring game, but Boston's defense stepped up. They get the win. De'Aaron Fox had 20 points. He was a minus 26 in the game. They kind of locked him down. Jason Tatum continues to be good. 30 points in the game.
Continues to be good.
He's a pretty good player.
Jaylen Brown had 25 points alongside him. We go over to Brooklyn. Indiana Pacers get a win over Brooklyn. I like when Brooklyn loses. I'm not going to lie
You're
to you.
happy
They do
most
that
of
a
the
lot.
time. You're,
Yeah, you're
have
very
a
happy.
smile on your face.
Very
KD,
true.
look at that. Almost
Very
triple double. 36-9-8. Ooh.
Yeah, hit a loss.
And a loss.
And a loss. Kyrie and Ben Simmons both had 20 points. Ben Simmons is starting to score now, 8 of 8 from the field. They don't hate him.
He was a minus
Oh,
five.
did Boyan get hurt tonight? Damn.
He just
We'll
got
get to
his
that.
leg stepped on. Oh, that looked.
Oh yeah, dang,
hurt
he
his
can't
ankle.
even move really. In this game, Buddy Hield had 26 points, 5 of 8 from 3. A lot of guys scored in double figures for the Pacers. Mathurin had 20 points. That's Harrison's boy, Mathurin.
Yes?
Had 20 points. Miles Turner a plus 26 in the game. We go over to Washington and Miami. Miami gets the win over Washington 110 to 107. In the game, Kyle Kuzma, of all people, 28 points. Bradley Beal, 28 points. Our boy Will Barton, 5 points. 1 of 8 from the field. 1 of
Yikes.
8. That's a rough one. 1 of them 5 from deep.
Well.
Only 16 minutes in that game. I expect in his next game he will not do as well. 38 points, 12 rebounds for Bam Adebayo. Yeah, he's good.
Go to the Hawks Rockets here.
Yep.
Explain this. You explain the situation. You saw the video.
Yep. So first off,
I hate DeJounte Murray. I'm
I think
anti-DeJounte
DeJounte Murray and Trey. First off, DeJounte Murray,
Trifling.
he must have hands because he really is trifling. Like I knew he was trifling in pro-am games when he was like trash talking like people that just got off the clock. Like you know how
Yeah.
pissed off I would be if I'm like get off the clock from Sears and then I have to have this guy hit me in the face and things like that, talk crazy to me. Like it's wild. But he did the same thing in a real game. The most trash talking I've ever seen in a basketball game, him and Trae Young's having the time of their lives over in Atlanta, celebrating, showboating every single time, and they get the loss in the game. DeJounte Murray had a monster game, 39 points in the game. Trae Young had 44 points in the game. Not many assists over there in Atlanta, but they lose the game. Houston, they got pissed off. They had something to play for. Jalen Green had 30 points. Eric's boy, Jalen Green, with the good hair.
I have the good hair. I love this one because the Rockets don't want to win, and they just won. So it's like, and now Denver has them twice in a row. They're gonna be like, no, we
Yeah, we don't want to win
don't
anymore.
wanna
We
win.
just felt disrespected.
Yeah.
So like
We had
that's
to
just
win.
what it is. We had to stand on business. Also, Memphis Grizzlies get a win, 132-111 over the Pelicans. Zion in this game, only 14 points when he was a minus 32. Minus 32 in the game. That's brutal.
trade them.
It's time to trade him. On the other end, they had Dylan Brooks, who's now getting good minutes in the game.
We have like 7 more games to go.
He leads with 25.
Jesus Christ.
All right, John Morant, only 23 points. Let's go over to
There we
Cleveland
go.
and the Bucks.
This is a good game, man. These are 2 powerhouses.
Yeah, I can't see the score.
117-102
The Bucks got the
Bucks.
dub.
Bucks got the dub. 38-9-6 from Giannis. That's a good one, man. That's a good matchup. That was probably a great game.
Yeah, Mitchell with 29 points. Darius Garland a minus 26 in the game.
Yeah.
Really good one.
You got Thunderbolts?
Yeah, we go over to the Thunder Bulls. The Thunder
My
get
Thunder.
the win, 119-123. DeMar DeRozan 30 points in the game. Zach LaVine 27, still not enough. SGA with 30 points. You could just lock him in for 30 points every single night. That guy's good. Josh Giddey, 10, 9, 13. Then we go over to what's up next?
Jesus.
Are we
Lakers,
still,
Spurs.
It's too much going
do we
on.
fade into another league? Are we talking about soccer? What's happening?
Yeah. LeBron comes back. The Lakers get a win over the Spurs, who are not trying, 105-94. Detroit and Phoenix. Phoenix gets the win, 108-102 over Detroit. In the game, DeAndre Ayton has 28 points and 12 rebounds in the game to get the win.
Yeah.
What do we have left?
Suns are still number 1 in the West.
Damn.
Warriors, Jazz.
There we go. Warriors, Jazz. The Warriors get the 129-118.
Jazz are free falling.
They are free
They're
falling.
free falling. Yeah, very predictable.
Danny Ainge is like, let me dial up the phones here.
Steph
He
Curry,
dust off the old cell phone.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
Steph Curry with 33 points in the game, 6 of 13 from the field. Klay Thompson, 6 of 12. He's actually been pretty well as of late.
Bounce back.
Bounce back candidate. And then that's it, right?
That's it, baby.
Finally.
Wow.
Every game happens, and I didn't know every single team that ever.
Everybody's voting tomorrow.
You
That's
didn't
why they
know
had
how
to
much fun
put
it
all
could
the
be
games
to
tonight.
go around the association.
Twice.
Kale, hit that outro music. We were going to preview the games ahead. Look, here's the thing. Nuggets get 2 days off. They'll probably practice on Sunday. Almost certainly will practice on Sunday, which will be nice. You get everybody back. You run through some things. And then you got, the worst team in the NBA, or one of the worst teams in the NBA, at home to kind of steady the ship. I really love where Denver's at right now. I think it's a great spot.
Great.
And then after that, they have some tough games. It's not a tough, in terms of travel, but it is tough. They're going to be challenged by some good teams. And I love the thought of them having these 2 games to kind of get rolling, get going,
Yeah,
get a little chemistry back, and
Hell
get a
yeah.
little rhythm. And then we're really going to get to see next week, by the end of the week,
streaking.
we're going to get to see, hey, how good can this team be now? Go stack up, see how you stack up against some of the top teams. I love it. Any final thoughts from this panel?
I just want to echo what you're saying is that the Nuggets are really starting to round into form. They are starting to look like what we hoped they would, and they're just each game they keep adding a new piece back in, incorporating a new piece back in, and it's just looking right. It's obviously some part of that has to do with the competition we've been going up against, but all the same, these are get right games and they're getting right. So I'm excited.
Yeah. You just look at the schedule, you can kind of feel a run coming. That's the sense I get.
Totally.
Because the Nuggets were looking good, then they've had 2.5 weeks.
This is what it is to be a goddamn Nuggets fan. Oh, the Nuggets are amazing. Oh, they're hurt. Oh, they're
everybody's coming back.
all we
The
have to do is
schedule's
wait. We just
softening
gotta
up.
wait.
They're going to be at home a lot over the next couple months.
Buy your tickets.
You
man.
can feel a run coming.
You can definitely feel it. By the way, buy the party bus.
Party bus. We've sold quite a few.
We did sell quite a few today. Party bus is going to be lit. It's going to be fun.
Yeah,
it's coming up, and you have the deal right now. You
if
can buy
you're a
2.
diehard, yeah,
if you're a diehard, you get 2 for $150. They lose your ticket, lower level, lower bowl.
Yeah.
Party bus to and from, and you get 2 beers on the bus. Breck Brews. It's a great deal, and I'm telling you, so many people go on those, make friends, and then they become friends for all the time.
Yeah,
and then they come back to the party bus and they ride together again.
You're basically getting a lower level ticket for $60
And a best friend.
$65,
Yeah.
and you get to be my best friend.
Yeah.
It won't be great for you, but all the same, it's a cheap price.
It's a very, very, very cheap price. You have any final thoughts, Dem?
No, just like you said, a good spot for Denver to be in, and they're righting the ship at a great spot in the year. When you look at that schedule, things are looking great for them, and they're getting back healthy. They're getting back right, and that's just fun. So, every single time.
And also check out 100 Invisible Threads. You have the whole weekend
Hell
now.
yeah.
Is it technically a Thanksgiving movie?
It is. I think it's a Christmas movie.
Is it a Christmas movie? Is it a holiday movie since it's out
I think
now?
it might be. Well, we were there closer to Slavo, right?
God dang it. Yeah. Check it out. And also, if you're in Serbia and watching this right now, I'm going on TV. I can't remember what station. I think RTS.
They got you back.
They got me back, man. They got me back. I'm going to be on in
the
10
other
minutes.
station's going to call you up after.
I hope so, man. Let's go. All right, everybody, hit that like button on the way out and have a
Check
great
the
weekend.
details for the watch party in Perth.